Welcome to the Intimate Design Workshop. I'm Wendy and I'm a 3D designer from the Hong Kong office. In this session, we'll go through the basic workflow of a wire bra creation and some techniques for intimate wear. If you have any questions, feel free to use the live chat at the side and we'll try to answer all of your questions there. So before we start, there are a few things to prepare. The first one will be an intimate avatar. So we'll need to arrange the body measurement according to the cup size you need to present, and also make sure that it's nude. The second will be a wire garment file. So basically, the bra wire is also created by pattern. What we do is add pins at the two ends, and then turn on simulation to drape the wire on the avatar. So the wire shape will be highly related to the design, so we'll need to create several wires for a different style. When you're satisfied, delete all the pins, and then freeze the pattern to hold the shape. So try to keep the curve smooth and natural and place it close enough to the avatar. Then save the file and we'll use it afterwards. The third thing that we need is a Dxf file. A Dxf file is a digital format of pattern and it's compatible to most 2D and 3D CAD. Other than using the existing pattern from a Dxf file, I can also create a stripe pattern by the rectangle tool. And then half of the patterns are ready. I'll use the symmetric clone function to copy the other half. Next, move all the patterns away so I can see the avatar clearly. And turn on Arrangement Point. Select Patterns and click on the points to place it. With the symmetric linkage, you can see that I only need to do one side and the other side will follow. Now we can start sewing. So I'm using the segment sewing tool and click on Pattern Outlines to apply the sewing line. Make sure the sewing direction is the same and preview your sewing lines in the 3D window. When everything's ready, turn on the simulation to check the effect. When the simulation is on, gravity is applied and you can touch the garment like real life. The next step will be adding the wire garment file to workplace. We'll need to sew the wire on the bra. Internal lines on the bra pattern is needed for sewing. Offset as internal line to create these lines with the same shape of the pattern outline. Now start sewing. The components of the intimate wear is usually very small, so make sure that you zoom close enough to see clearly. And the sewing line type should change to turn, because the wire pattern is going to be overlapping with the bra pattern, and it helps to maintain a better simulation effect. Simulate again, and now you can see the bra shape is held by the bra wire. But the hem still look a little bit loose. We'll need some elasticity for better fit. So select the pattern outline. And then we'll apply elastic. You can find the elastic function in Property Editor. Just click on to activate. Now the fitting improved, but there are still some wrinkles on the bra cup because of the loose stripes. So I'm going to adjust the pattern by moving the pattern outline and reduce the length in my own measurement. Don't forget to apply elastic on the stripe pattern as well. After that, we can work on the bra pad. I'll hide the avatar to see inside of the bra clearly, and freeze the stripe pattern to prevent it drops. Next, select the bra cup pattern and use the layer clone function to copy the underlayer. You can see the new pattern is automatically placed under the original one. I'll delete the sewing lines connecting the two layers and apply again because I want to remove the seam line at the middle of the underlayer because bra pad don't have any seam lines. To hide this seam line, I'll use the Edit Pattern tool to select this sewing line and change the 3D seam line intensity to 0. And this is also how we express the seamless effect. Other than removing the seam line visually, I can also merge two patterns into one. So select the center front, right-click to merge, and it becomes one pattern now. And this is how we create a basic wire bra. For the trims like stripe slider and rain, we import to clone as an OBJ file. And after we import it, the size, the color, material can still be changed. For hook and eye, these are actually patterns applied with the texture image. Usually, we create several of these basic blocks and develop the design on top. I'll try the ellipse pattern tool to draw a ruffle pattern. Prepare an internal line, and then use this line to cut. Also applying symmetric linkage to these two patterns for better control. And this time use the free sewing to sew it from the stripe to the cup. This time I'll use another method to place the pattern, which is the superimpose. It helps us to place the pattern according to the sewing line we applied. And no need to spend extra time to place pattern manually. Copy and place for the second layer of ruffles. And I'll shrink the whole pattern by scale. And do the sewing. Superimpose to place pattern. To show more detail of small pattern and for a more realistic look, we usually change the particle distance of the intimate wear pattern to 5 or even lower. When you're finished, unfreeze all the pattern to see the true color of the fabric. I'm going to add some buttons on the center front as a decoration. And change the button shape. In the default library, we provide more than 30 styles, from soul food buttons to rivet. The button size, material, and also color can still be arranged. If I want to copy all the buttons at once, Ctrl+C to copy, Ctrl+V, and right-click at the same time to have this paste window. So I can paste all the buttons in the same distance at once. Rotate to the back and we'll work on top stitches. I'm using the free top stitch to apply stitch line so I can draw the line across all the pattern outline. And I will change the distance from the pattern outline by offset. You can see we will be able to change to different top stitch shape like zigzag, overlock, bar tag. I'll need more than one stitch line in the same style, so I'm adding more in the configuration and adjust the distance from the first line. After that, I'll focus on fabric. For fabrics, we need a normal map to express the uneven structure of the fabric. I can adjust the intensity to make the effect more obvious. And we'll change the material by material type for a shiny effect. Scroll the bar in reflection intensity to make the fabric less shiny. After that, I would like to apply a lace fabric for the upper layer of my bra cup. For lace fabric, we need to prepare a PNG file. And you can drag the intensity bar to have the lace structure. Change the color to match with the underlayer. I would also like to apply lace for the ruffle pattern. Select all this ruffle pattern and right-click to assign to new fabric. We also need a PNG file. And I'll use the Edit Texture tool to move the texture image, matching with the pattern shape. Repeat for the other side. And don't forget about the normal map. If we created other items, we can add it to workplace and do mix and match. I'm adding these panties to see how it looks with the bra as a set. When I'm happy with the combination, I'll change to colorway mode to test various color options on one style. Not only fabric, trims like buttons and top stitches are also included. I can select the color chips in Colorway Editor window and change the color all at once. Or I can select the fabric type in Object Browser and change the color in Property Editor, like the usual way. For the third colorway, I would like to change to another fabric material. Before that, make sure all the color of this fabric reset back to white and apply with the texture image. The rest of the color I will change it in the colorway editor. After that, update the thumbnail so it will reflect the same view as the 3D window. For fabric texture, we can use the Edit Texture tool in 3D window to change the grain line of each pattern. You can also drag the ball to rescale the texture image and rotate. And this function is also available in the 2D window. So this is the render result of the wire bra in different materials and colorways. Hope you had a great time and gained some knowledge. Please also check out the other design workshops and presentations throughout the day. Thank you.